A family that just came together for picture day.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Right.
Look at there.
Adam's family.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I'm joking.
Well.
Absolutely. You see how we bring everyone together? Awesome.
Hold on.
And who are you, little miss? Come on and get in the picture. You might as well be a part of this. Go for it. Absolutely. The more the merrier. All right. Right there in the middle.
Right
awesome. There. That's who was missing. Look at that. Perfection.
Here we go.
Beautiful.
All right. Let's see if I can find that sweet spot again.
Awesome.
Oh,
These are great, gorgeous pictures.
Oh, yes.
Do it up.
Wow. Everyone.
Some of you might find yourselves in a magazine here real soon.
Just may find yourself
brochure.
in a magazine.
All of this is about promoting,
The
promotion,
magazine.
Marketing,
Yes.
doing it.
Everyone is happy.
Beautiful pictures and posing. Awesome. Terrific. All right, we'll get a couple more and then we'll but I want to introduce myself to you, kind of tell you a little bit about who we are, what we're doing, and where all of this is going. My name is Stephanie Curry. I am one of the two owners of this beautiful, luxurious Primo Day Spa. My sister, BJ, is the other owner. We are both present in this facility most days, all day, throughout the day. We've got a great staff of individuals that are doing massage therapy, they're doing facials, they are doing nail services, skincare, aesthetics, etc. A little bit about me on a personal level. I am a psychologist by education, a philosopher, a nonprofit sports organizer. I've had a nonprofit youth organization for about 20 years. I am a motivational speaker, empowerment builder, life coach, and a few other things. Business owner, entrepreneur, etc. The reason I'm saying all of this to you guys is that the sky is the limit. I did not even know that I was going to be walking into a spa business. This is actually our second spa that we have. The first one is actually 3 times the size of this one. It was out in the Arlington area. It's called Beauty and Beyond Personal Enhancement Center. And that's exactly what it's about, enhancing you from the inside out. So at that particular spa, I was going to open up my practice, do personal counseling, any individuals that needed, help from the inside out, kind of mastering that whole unique, who are you, what are you, and where are you going, that's what I do. I also do organizational psychology, and that's going into the workplace and seeing how you can balance work and friends and family and fun, and just not let yourself get strained and drained and pulled, to and fro. How many of you are business owners? Beautiful, beautiful. How many of you are retired individuals? Awesome, awesome. How many of you work for a corporation of sorts? No problem. Hey, you're not alone. How many of you have a special gift or talent for something that you do? For example, basket maker, or you do hair, you make beautiful barrettes or bows, or you coach, or you train, or you heal people. Any individuals got a special? Yes, ma'am.
Photography.
You're a photographer. Awesome. What's your name?
Natasha.
Natasha, nice to meet you. Natasha the photographer. I may put you guys on the spot just a little bit, but be okay with that because it's all going stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, look, we've got a photographer in the house, so anyone needing lifestyle poetry, Natasha's our girl.
Thank you.
Any individual with another talent, a specialty, something that makes you unique. Yes, sir.
Movement physiology and nutrition.
I can't hear you, Carl. Go ahead.
Movement physiology and nutrition specialist.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I'll give you the mic so that you can be heard, and I'll do that for anyone that needs it.
Well, like long walks on beaches. Movement physiology and nutrition is essentially I train trainers nationally on those things. I'm a corrective exercise specialist as well, so everything from the performance enhancement from the athlete to the rehab and prehab type things, going into surgery, coming out of surgery, that kind of thing, and also the nutrition piece that pairs with that. So my wife and I, as a tandem, we do that. And from a nutrition standpoint, the organizational brand we use is Advocare for a multitude of reasons, which we can talk about it at a different time as well.
Awesome. All right, so guys, did you catch some key points there with what Carl was saying? And his beautiful wife, Leah, is sitting right down there below, smiling so beautifully. I got a chance to meet Leah yesterday for the first time, and the 3 children. It just was an inch away from me calling CPS on them, but that's a different story. No, I'm joking. Beautiful people, beautiful family. One thing you will come to know about myself. There you go. That's okay. You might, you know what? Let's look to you to be a social worker. Go back and help this family. They are a beautiful family, and they've got great kids, and we connected. I had met Carl earlier, previously, in about a month or 2 ago or something, give or take.
About a year.
No, it hadn't been a year, Carl. No, it was just several months ago, I think.
Several months.
Okay, I think I
They come
was.
together to make a year. So.
Okay, that's right, Carl. It's been, I've known Carl for 10 years, folks.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, in meeting these individuals, you get to learn about what they do and who they are. Natasha, she's got the photography. We've got the couple here that's got their physiology business and Advocare. I hope I said that right. Anyone else with a special talent? There's a young lady that I know sitting on my sofa right now that I met just by circumstance. I'll let you kind of intro and open up the floor with that.
Beautiful. I met my dear sisters at the farmer's market. And we are the Southern Regional Directors of Black Wall Street USA. And we are putting Black Wall Street districts all over the country. We have them in London, we have them in Paris, we have them in Ghana and Kenya. But we also are putting Black Wall Street districts in every state in the United States. And we are responsible for the southern region, which includes Dallas. And part of what we do is we teach financial literacy, we teach history, we also teach regarding how to look at your past and find out how to get to your future, which leads us to where you are, which makes this wonderful. But we go into the blighted areas of the communities in different states, and we find out what's missing. We rally the people who are entrepreneurs, and we feel the need for that community. If there is a laundromat or a dry cleaners or whatever you need, grocery stores, those are the things that we help empower the people so that the dollar will be circulated in your community and you can be viable as well as outside of your community. But we're teaching people how to make it happen at home with nothing. So if you have something to invest in, that's another level of literacy that we teach. We have we have the Saturday schools that we're implementing where we teach history so you'll know where you've been. We're teaching constitutional law so you'll understand how to function within the government that we live in, and as well as the financial literacy piece. And we're doing it through Black Wall Street as well as Kingdom Builders, which is our ministry, which is Kingdom Builders United International. We do ministry in the marketplace. So we're non-traditional, we're non-religious, we just teach relationship. We believe in the tenets of the basic principles of the Bible. And from that, we just move forward.
Awesome. Beautiful speaker and beautiful information. How did you guys get inspired to start Black Wall Street?
Well, actually, with Black Wall Street, our background is in entertainment and all of that, so we were familiar with Charlie Wilson and the Gap Band.
Okay.
And they wrote a song called "You Dropped a Bomb on Me."
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are familiar, but they were not necessarily understanding what the motivation from that was. First of all, GAP is Greenwood, Archer, and Pine, which was the Black Wall Street District in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so they decided that they would not promote themselves, but they would promote their history. And so Tulsa, Oklahoma is the first city ever bombed aerial in this country. And it was done by the Oklahoma National Guard. And you can go to blackwallstreetusa.org and look at the history. But the basic premise is we were doing commerce. We had airlines, we had train stations, we had everything we needed to function as a community. And so we worked in other people's homes, but we brought the dollars back to our community. And it circulated at least 100 times before it ever left. So we were building a stabilized community economically, and the European nations wanted to do business with us. And so in the interim of doing business with this Black Wall Street entity, it took us into a whole nother round that you can go and look up for yourselves. But we have several cities that were black cities, and Wall Street in New York was one of them. And we are organizing a tour where you could go to all of the historical black cities and communities to see where we started. And Rosewood is among the others. So thank you for having us.
Absolutely, and that sounds very in-depth and very inspirational, and I know there's a lot of power behind that. And I commend you guys for what you're doing, because that's exceptional. And your leaders, your instructors, your teachers, and there's so much. I mean, when you speak the Gap Band, do you know who the Gap Band is? All right, let's go. But that's awesome, and that's a great inspirational moment. Anybody else? Something new, something spicy? You young lady, what you got going on? You got some personal stuff you want to share with us?
Well, I do spiritual life coaching with women. Basically, everything I do is to empower the woman, to help her find her place in the kingdom of God. I'm a kingdom full-time worker. I've been retired from the world for 8 years now. And so I teach the women of God how to come back to Him in that relationship, as she was saying, building the family back up, and also implementing the Word of God and all the things that related in the Word of God and in the kingdom of God, to help her see her royalty, to help her see her queenship, and also to help her bring all those things into her business. And when she learned how to serve in her home, then she would know how to serve the world.
Well, that sounds very beautiful. Is there anyone else that wants to throw something in the ring? Cute stuff. You good? You want to say a little something? What do you do? What's your name?
Jackie. I
Here you
don't
go,
know. I
Jackie.
don't need that.
All right.
I got it.
How old are you, Jack, if you don't mind my asking?
41.
Awesome. You look beautiful for 41. I wouldn't have guessed that at all.
Thank you.
So what's going on with you?
Well, I just quit the corporate world probably about 2 months ago.
Congratulations.
Almost 3 months ago.
Awesome.
I was done. I'm a mom.
Nice.
Very creative. I have a wonderful daughter. I'm also on Natasha's team. We do Young Living Essential Oils.
Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
and I'm also in preparation of starting a nonprofit.
Beautiful.
Children Ministries.
Yes. That is beautiful. I love that, and good luck to you.
Thank you. You're
So I think, huh?
You're like, I've been doing it for 20 years.
Well, you know what? I'm about to say something about that, and that's so inspirational, because here's the thing. We're all together for a reason. I believe everything is on purpose. I'm a very spiritual person. Okay, so you have these tests that you take when you're going into professions like psychology, etc. So there's a specialized test where you're rated on your intuition and your judgment and your discernment, etc. One of the things in which I got, and this is not about tooting someone's horn, 98% intuitiveness. 98% out of 100 is saying and connecting that gut feeling that you have in here. It's real, and it's really, really real. I kind of talk about people's antennas going up. You know, when you hear that voice or you go into something, you already kind of know what the outcome is going to be, or you already have your mind set on a person and that person appears or something's going on. We all have it. So I go by that. I live by that. And for that, my journey has expanded in all these directions, but it's not over. My journey has just begun again and again and again and again. So here's the thing. You are interested in starting a nonprofit. 20 years of experience with that, I would be a go-to person that would be glad to help you, glad to give you information, glad to share with you the steps. Over the 20 years, I can tell you that nonprofits have changed, the requirements have changed. The other thing is children. Well, that's one of my specialties, because for 20 years, I've worked in the Plano ISD district, I've worked in the Garland ISD district, not as a teacher, not as a facilitator, not even on the payroll of these school districts. But here's how I started. I was pregnant, like most of us have children, I believe, at some point in time. We want the best for our kids. I get this cute little baby boy, he is awesome. Of course, you know dads, they see the son, all the sports they gotta do, rah, rah, rah. Hey, I'm just a mom. I was thinking all the while I was gonna have a girl. Here we go to ballet, gymnastics, dance, bows, you know how it goes. But I was blessed with a son. I was also blessed with a phenomenal husband who was so into sports that he already had a vision for our child. So we entered him into, like most of us, his first little football program. Immediately, we did not like the way the coach was coming across to the kids. These are 4-year-old little tykes. You've been there and done that where you've heard individuals speaking profanity, yelling, the dads and the coaches are so into it that we've lost sight of the kids. We have somehow emerged into it ourselves, and we're not talking to 5-year-olds, okay? We should be not using that kind of language in a heated situation, in a crowded situation, but we did. So my son only played 1 season, and my husband was not happy with that. And so he said, you know, there's not a track program in the area. Mind you, at that time we were actually living in Rowlett. I said, what about the track program? My husband was an all-star track runner, you know, blah, blah, blah. The dates that we had, he's going to sit there and tell me about everything that he ever did. You know, I was an all-star this, I was football that. Of course, this was all before I met you, so, you know, those records, they haven't been brought down yet, Steph. You can go into the school right now, 25 years left. Yeah, okay. I let it go in one ear and out the other. But we started the track program. We actually went to the city, asked them if they had a track program. They were welcoming us, open arms, etc. Before you know it, one thing led to another. I started off with about a handful of kids that first track season, about 15 to be exact. The second year, we had over 180 athletes come to us. So from 15 to 180 in a period of 12 months. That was just putting the word out. The school was on board, the city was on board, we were able to freely promote, we were given the keys to the kingdom, bam, the rest is history. So we started track. The next following year, the parents came to us and said, do y'all do anything else? Before you know it, we were track, we were basketball, we were football, we were cheerleading, we were indoor soccer, etc. 20 years later, I have covered Plano ISD, I have covered Garland ISD, I sit with the boards, I hang out with the board of trustees, I've got the keys to probably every Parks and Rec facility throughout Plano ISD, Garland ISD. If I need a gymnasium or if I need a football stadium, all I gotta do is make a phone call. And that's just because of all the work that I put in. That 20 years paid off, and it paid off very early, because if something is meant for you, the doors are going to open. So I have that background relationship with the kids and that background relationship with the nonprofit. Photographer. Well, guess what? We use photographers all year round. When you got kiddos, when you got teens, they're taking pictures. I have had many photographers come to me many, many times, opening up and asking, do we do this, do we do that? I'm very discerning about who I do business with, because you have to remember, when you link yourself to other people, you take control and you take responsibility for those people. So if it's not good enough for me, I'm certainly not going to push it off on my client base. But I will share my client base if I feel that there's a good connection, if there is a positive return and feedback, and your track record is great. Advocare, physiology, sports. Again, how does it all blend together? Well, nutritionally, you have children, you guys are coaches, you're trainers, you have a protein drink that I know completely about, I know Advocare. So again, this pushes off into a general audience that I already have. You've got a product that you've already got. You've got photography skill that you've already got. You need help with the nonprofit. Black Wall Street. Now we're talking about how to manage all this stuff, how to handle that financial stuff, how to bring it on in. I didn't have a financial Wall Street coach. Thank God, God had already gifted me with a whole lot of stuff to be able to manage a whole lot of people, manage a whole lot of money, and manage it very well, because I'm still standing 20 years later. You have to be very careful and very discerning when you're handling parents, handling kids, handling money. But that's the business. So what I've done is I've met thousands and thousands and thousands of people over the years. There's probably not too many places in the vicinity that I go that I don't meet someone. I had to move out of Rowlett after about 13 years because I'd go into Walmart, just going to buy some starch, laundry detergent. My husband's out there waiting in the parking lot. Steph, why did it take you 2.5 hours? Well, little Johnny was in there asking what time the game is on Saturday. Susie's on aisle 2 asking, can I bring her some socks for the football game? Joe was saying, did you get my football pants? Did you get my text message? So that's it. But we were connecting. So after 13 years, we moved a little bit further out. Worked out beautifully. Spiritual empowerment, building the lady, making the queen and the kingdom. All of it comes together. I know women, I know men, I know children. We are a network right here, strong and powerful together. So these sip and seeds that we're doing, these are to bring us all together, open up about who we are, let it all hang out. A lot of times we are so hell-bent on just holding it. We don't even intentionally hold it, but we just hold it. But we have gifts, and we got to be open to give them. So we're trying to create these sip and seeds and these little networking and cocktail events so that we can do just that. Phenomenal photographer and videographer. We actually met Hassan. Thank you very much. At the previous spa, Beauty and Beyond. And Hassan walked in there one day, and he has been walking with us by faith, by strength, in person for all these years. You're going to pick up people along the way just wherever you go. Hassan, you want to say a little something?
I do. Thank you, everyone. This is a beautiful occasion. I come from Fort Worth, Texas, out of town. And you really just can't put a value on friendship. It doesn't matter how far or how close they are, but people come and people go, and you develop that relationship, then that just brings upon a bond that you just can't separate. So here I am, supporting my friend.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. And we love that. So we're going to keep connecting. We're going to keep making friends, and we're going to continue building, because my belief is whatever is meant for you, it's already done, okay? When I wake up every morning, I have always stated, order my steps, and that's what's happened. My steps have been ordered, my path has already been put there, and I'm just on the journey with my backpack, moving along, meeting people along the way, sharing what I have, touching and reaching people of all walks of life. I am amazed that this particular time in my life, I look back, as we all do, and we reflect. This particular area where this spa is, it is sitting right here on the cusp of every entity that is now building up major corporations. State Farm headquarters is about a stone's throw away from here. 6,000 employees are coming into that facility when it's all said and done. And they have been trickling already over into, this is called the Shire. They've been trickling over to the Shire. Cheer Athletics, I don't know if anyone has heard of it, but if you got kids, etc., they are right across this highway, bam. Cheer Athletics is one of the largest cheer facilities in the Metroplex, in Texas, and throughout the South region. They travel, they do tournaments, they do all this. And when I tell you on any given Saturday or Sunday, there is cars wall to wall from there to 75. They got a lot of business. Right behind that, there's leapfrog volleyball. Here they've got headquarters, etc. This is a growing area for new businesses coming in. There's so much income and revenue and wealth right around here and going north, it's not even funny. But I know there's a reason why we were accessed to be in here. I know there's a reason why I was accessed to have Garland ISD and Plano ISD. I am so grateful that my business, all of my businesses, they are diversified, multicultural, multi-races. It is something to be said about youth sports when you have African American kids, Hispanic kids, white kids, Indian kids, Asian kids. That's a beautiful thing. We are united, and that is the name of my company, United Sports Athletic Youth Federation, growing and growing. This is a multicultural, diverse entity. I say that to say this: open up, expand, see where you are. Sky is the limit. I'm going to give it over to my sister.
I don't have much to say. I'm a woman of few words. But I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I've enjoyed all of you. I think every one of you is so beautiful, and we have so much talent. And we're going to use it all. We're just going to be a big, happy family, and we're going to grow together. I want to thank John, who's been with me every step of the way, and great chill, because he came from Houston, and he was awesome, wasn't he? Oh, yeah. So I want to thank everybody for coming. We're closing it down so we can all move on now and prosper again tomorrow. Do it all over again. But again, tell some people, and whatever you want to do here, just talk to us and we'll be happy to make it happen.
Absolutely. And right before we close, guys, I'm just going to say a couple of little things. Again, thank you all for coming. These Sip and Seas will get bigger and bigger and bigger. I know this because that's just the way it is. Yeah. So we are the beginning, and when the beginning turns into the middle and the middle turns into the end, you are the forerunners. You are the front men. The other thing is, I will be holding a lot of different events here, and I welcome everyone to participate in them. If we've got your email address, you're going to see great things. I've started book clubs for women. They're called community book clubs. I have a foundation. It's called Wings to Fly. That's where I come together and try to build everyone up to give them their wings to fly, and we're going to fly together. So we got a lot of stuff going on. We're going to have women's luncheons, empowerments, workshops, you name it. I met a wonderful lady. They had a princess birthday party here a couple of weeks ago. Little girl was 9 years old. Her mother and grandmother came to the party. It was all Hello Kitty in here. I mean, we had fun. The grandmother, she has talent beyond talent in making cute handbags out of construction paper. And when I tell you, these are signature bags that you're like, what? And those are gift bags, but they are so unique. She's sitting on $1 million, and I want to help her to bring that out. There's another lady that came in here a couple of months ago, and she makes these unique dolls, one of a kind. Remember the Raggedy Ann dolls? Well, she's got a signature craft, so I'm working with her. We got some wheels turning. We're going to get ready to make a specialized executive doll for Mary Kay. Present it, the rest is history. She's sitting on $1 million gold mine. So I want you to look for information, reach out, see what's going on, support the businesses. Support the businesses. I know you now. I see you now. I will support you, support us. Let's grow together. It's a lot out here, and we might as well just get in on the ground floor up. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. And John, if you want to just send us out with some great music, we certainly appreciate it. Give it up for John, y'all.
Oh, no, it just says, okay.
Do you have the family here? Yeah, the kids back here. Well, we'll get you the whole family.
They changed the packaging and stuff too. When Advocare went on with all three of our first I went to Advocare, it was when they had community products, remember that?
Yeah. Well, I've heard about it. I wasn't.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
I've heard it was good. But you know,
I'm always stuck in trying to get you. But I am telling you,